What's up? You guys said you wanted a day in the life, so here we are. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Olivia, and we're back at the fireplace. If you saw my last video, I kind of had the idea to film here, and it's safe to say I am vibing with that. I just feel like it's cozy, you know what I mean? So, I feel very weird saying this, but it's the truth, so I need to calm down right now. So, I've actually gotten video requests, and you guys really wanted to see just a day in the life video, essentially, just so I can kind of go more in depth about like how much food I'm eating, how much like I've been eating compared to how much I used to eat, and just like when I train, how I train, etc, etc. So yeah, I think just me sharing, like just documenting this whole like HA process and stuff is really helping a lot of you guys out, and it's like it genuinely is making me so happy. And I've had some people reach out to me via email, so I just wanted to like say that on video as well. Like if you do want to have personal questions that you don't want it to be seen like in the comment section or whatever, if you want to ask something further, you could totally email me. My email is bylivefit@gmail.com. I'll have it on the screen. Totally like don't hesitate to email me if you have any questions at all. Like I'm totally open to giving you advice or just helping you or to support anything at all. So with that being said, let's go make some breakfast. Alright, this is what I'm having for breakfast. So I have 2 full eggs, then I also added 1 egg white in here just for a little bit more protein. And then of course my classic oatmeal with just some oats, some cinnamon in the base. I added some water, popped it in the microwave for a minute, and then I added a little bit more oat milk on top with some bananas, flax seeds, dark chocolate chips, and almond butter. So I'm taking my omega-3, which again, I don't do this every single morning, but I definitely mentioned it last video. But I don't know how to explain. I'm very weirdly like intuitive. So sometimes I'm like, sometimes in the morning I'm like, I know, like I just need omega-3s. Like my body is like missing it. So that's why I take it. I guess it's one of those Fridays. I'm not gonna go change my shirt. I wanted to chat with you about my training. I used to train 6 days a week. Now I train about 4 to 5 days a week, especially when I was in like the heat of recovery. Before I had gotten any period at all, I went down to 4 days a week. But now, since I have gotten 2 consecutive periods, I still not going crazy, but I just have added like in a 5th day. My main form of exercise is strength training, so lifting weights. And in my loads of research when I was first like starting this recovery process, the actual best 2 forms of exercise that you can do when recovering from HA and trying to get your period back and restore your hormones is actually weight training and walking, which is so interesting. So walking is absolutely amazing because A, it's obviously movement, but 2, because it's one of the only forms of exercise that simultaneously relaxes the body. So it triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, which is what relaxes your body and makes it go into like, not, I say a rest state, but it's not like literally you're gonna fall asleep. It's just like the calming state of your body, because then your sympathetic nervous system does like the opposite of that. That's what triggers, you know, when you're doing high intensity training, etc. And that same kind of concept applies to weight training as well, because those kind of intervals of lifting and then your rest time in between sets, that rest time again also allows your parasympathetic nervous system to kick in. So it kind of trains and teaches and like works your body through that motion of relaxing itself, which again, with HA, the main problem is that our bodies are super high stress. So we want to do what we can to lower that stress and relax the body so it feels safe, feels comfortable, feels like it has the resources to menstruate, to have its hormones become more regular and balanced again. I guess my split kind of currently is like 2 to 3 upper body days with like a push-pull type split, type focus, and then 2 lower body days. And then my goal is still about 10,000 steps a day. It depends, just because simply like, again, I'm in Utah, so I like to hike. So it is now like 11-ish. I have class in about like 20 minutes. And I'm snacky. I like literally cannot live without a mid-morning snack. So we had tacos last night. So basically I'm just eating some of that leftover ground turkey. I added some black beans, some cilantro, some lettuce, some tomato, and some white onion. And then I'm having like, yeah, I already took a bite. I would say like about a half of an apple. I just cut some slices. So I'm still a little bit snacky, so I'm gonna have half of this cookies and cream Quest bar, which I've been trying not to have every day, but they're my guilty pleasure. I'm so hungry now. It's like 1 o'clock and I'm gonna make some lunch, and I already know what I'm gonna have because I'm craving it. I'm gonna make my like tuna on toast, which is phenomenal. It's so good. Alrighty, looking back, I regret choosing the small plate. So this is my like famous little tuna toast recipe that it's so easy and it tastes so good. So I just have 1 slice of toast, and this is what I use. And then I top it with some pesto, some avocado, some garlic powder, a little bit of sea salt, some black pepper, and a titch of paprika. And then I have a little bit more apple slices from the apple that I started earlier, and then some of the sea salt popcorner chips. These are what they look like as well. This is my life right now. I'm surrounded by notebooks, pens, papers, planners, computers. Oh my gosh, did I fix the tomato? There's also a tomato on here underneath the tuna. Another question that was asked was they wanted to know like how much I'm eating, and I definitely just like don't feel that it's smart, and I don't feel comfortable sharing like the exact calories that I'm eating, because again, like I don't know everyone's situation. I don't want to have that lead to a negative impact, I guess. But I will say that I did track once over the summer when I realized I was like, hey, maybe I'm not eating enough for my body. And then I tracked, actually last time I vlogged, I tracked that. And I will say that like overall, my range of like how much I've increased my calories from the summer, I would say I've increased anywhere from like 300 to 500 calories total. But obviously that wasn't all at once. It was very gradual over this past like 3-month recovery little road that I've been on. So I think that will help still give you perspective without feeling like you need to like copy what I'm eating. You know what I mean? This is so good. Alright guys, so as you've seen, I've been inside all damn day doing just like schoolwork, classes, trying to schedule classes, housekeeping stuff. So I always like to try to go for my walks like in the afternoon, A, when it's the warmest, B, usually when the sun is at its peak, and 3, just so I can kind of like have an intermission and like be able to go outside. So I'm gonna do that right now. I usually go for like anywhere from like 30 minutes to like 45-minute walks. And I'm probably gonna do like a 40-minute loop and just walk to the base of Park City. That walk was so needed. I listened to a podcast that was all about like just stepping into the actual frequency of love. And it was exactly what I needed. I don't feel like super hyped, but I just feel like I kind of took a breath of fresh air. So I just whipped up a protein shake, but I did like a serving and a half of this PE Science protein. This is my absolute favorite protein powder. I wouldn't say this is my favorite flavor, but I definitely love like the ingredients and the macros are definitely like, this is one of the best protein powders that I've ever had, especially with it being a plant protein. Like the taste and the consistency is phenomenal. Like it mixes so well just in here with some water. It's so good. And I just have a little rice cake with a little bit of almond butter just because I kind of felt like it. We also have some leftover Halloween candy still, so I'm gonna eat this too. All right, it is a lot later than I normally eat dinner. I'm just eating some leftovers that I made last night. So I just made some fresh red lentil pasta. And then I have some shrimp and broccoli and some white onion. And basically I kind of just like sauteed it all together and added some pesto and some red pepper. And that's really it. It's pretty tasty and it's protein packed and it's very nutritious. All right guys, that is gonna conclude this what I eat in a day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you want to talk to me about anything, you can email me. You can DM me on Instagram as well. I'm sending you guys so much love. Thank you so much for watching and hopefully I'll see you guys next Sunday. Peace out.